In this video, I explain classification of power plant and I also explain what is base load plant, peak load plant, central plant and captive power plant in the detail in this video. So first classification is on the basis of fuel use. Okay, and first one is the steam power plant. Okay, means first we burn the any fuel like as the coal or wood and they produce the heat energy. This heat energy is supplied to the water and water is converted into a steam and this steam is supplied in turbine. So in the turbine mechanical energy is produced and with the turbine generator is connected. So generator is produce the electricity. Second, diesel power plant. So diesel is the one form of the chemicals. Okay, so by burning this diesel we produce heat energy and this heat energy is converted into the mechanical energy and then after electricity is produced, means electrical energy is produced. Third one is the gas turbine power plant, means gas is used. Okay, so this gas is produce heat energy and then this heat energy is supplied to the turbine. In turbine mechanical energy is produced, they supplied to the generator and electricity is produced. Fourth one is the nuclear power plant. So from this nuclear the heat energy is produced. So by using this heat energy water are heated. This water is supplied to the turbines and turbine is produce mechanical energy and then after this mechanical energy is supplied to the generators and electricities are produced. Okay, not only the water is supplied. So okay, that is a different types of the nuclear power plants are available. So, okay, so in some power plants water is used, in some power plants turbine is used. Okay, or some other metals are also used or some inert gas are also used. Fifth one is the hydroelectric power plants. Hydro means water. Okay, so by using the waters we run the turbine. Turbine produce mechanical energy. This mechanical energy is supplied to the generators and electricity is produced, means electrical energies are produced. Second classification is according to the mobility of plant. Mobility of the plant means the plant is movable or a fixed. So first is stationary power plant. Stationary means plant are not move from one place to another place. They are fixed at the one location. It is called as the stationary power plant. Second one is the mobile power plant. Mobile power plant means we can easily move it from one place to another place. So generally these types of the power plant are installed in a truck or a trolley, so we can easily move it from the one place to another place. Third classification is according to the nature of load. So according to nature of load, 2 points are there. First one is the base load and second one is the peak load. So about the base load and peak load we understand in a detail after completing this classification. Fourth classification is according to the nature of organization. According to the nature of organization, it is a central power plant and captive power plant. So now we understand these four words in a detail: base load, peak load, central and captive. Now before moving on that, I request you to like the video, subscribe my channel for watching the more video of power plant engineering and other subject of this mechanical engineering. For more video, various link is provided in descriptions as well as in card, or you will visit the playlist. Now what is the base load power plant? When capacity factor of the plant is greater than 57%, then the power plant is known as the base load power plant. Okay, means suppose the power plant have a capacity of 1000 megawatt. Okay, means power plant is capable to produce 1000 megawatt power in 1 year. Okay, and we can run or we can utilize its capacity up to the 57%, then it is called as the base load power plant. Now what is the capacity factors? Capacity factor is the ratio of average power of generating plant, means how amount of the power is produced by the power plant. It is called as the average power of generating plant, to the means divided by rated power over a given time intervals. Means suppose we are manufacturing some small power plants, it's have a capacity of 100 megawatts. Okay, and they are producing the 57 megawatts power. Okay, then the 57 divided by 100, so we get the answer 57%. Okay, that means it is a base load power plant. So this power plant is a large capacity plant, means this power plant is large capacity plant and working average more than 5000 full power hours working per year. Means in a 1 years the power plant is run more than 5000 hours, then it is called as the baseload power plants. Okay, suppose we calculate in the calculators. Okay, so in a 1 day 24 hours is there. Okay, and in a 1 year 365 days is there. So total 8760 hours are in a year. Okay, and suppose we need to satisfy these conditions of the 57%, then we need to multiply these total hours by 57. Okay, then we get this answer is 4993.2, means it is near to the 5000 hours. Okay, means any power plant run more than 5000 hours in a year, then it is called as the baseload power plant. And this baseload power plant is the high capacity power plant, and it's require higher capital cost, means initial cost of this baseload power plant is higher because they are creating a larger capacity. Okay, but initial cost is high, but its operating costs are lower, means for running the power plant we are required a lower cost. An example of the baseload power plant are thermal, means steam power plant, hydroelectric power plant, and the nuclear power plants are the examples of the baseload power plant. Means this power plant is run more than 5000 hours in a year. Okay, then it is called as the baseload power plant. Second one is the peak load power plant. So when this capacity factor of the power plant is less than 23%, the power plant is known as the peak load power plants. Okay, so in a baseload, what is the criteria? It is capacity factor is 57%. Here in a peak load power plants it is a less than 23%. This plant is a small capacity plant. Okay, in a baseload what we study, it's have the higher capacity. Peak load have a small capacity plant, and the working average is less than 2000 full power hours per year. Okay, so we know in a 1 year total hours are 8760, and they are multiplied with the 23%, means they are multiplied with the 0.23, and we get the answer, it is a 2000 full hours. Okay, so they are running the less than 2000 hours in a year, then it is called as the peak load power plants. This plant is operated only to meet the power demand at a time of maximum demand, commonly during the extreme summers and extreme winter. Means this peak power plant are start only when these power demand are higher, like is in the summer seasons and extremely winter seasons. Okay, so in the India what we face in the summer seasons, we are feeling the very hot environments. Okay, and we are using the air conditioning system. Okay, so all the pupils are using the air conditioning system, starting the air conditioning, that what happens, the load on the power plant is increased. Okay, so our power plants are not capable to supplying the above the average demands. Okay, so we need to start the few of the power plants, they are designed for only the peak load. Okay, so at that time this peak load power plant is started. Okay, so here extreme winter is mentioned in the foreign countries where the very low temperature are there and they are used the heater for heating the rooms. Okay, that's why here the extreme winter word is also mentioned. This plant require less investment cost but high operating cost. Okay, because the capacity of this peak load power plant is lower. Okay, that's why its investment are lower, but for running it the high operating costs are required. The diesel power plant, gas turbine power plant, and the pump storage hydroelectric power plants are commonly used as a peak load plant. Okay, so these are the examples of the peak load plant: diesel, gas turbines, and the pump storage hydroelectric. And what is the examples of the baseload power plant? It is a steam power plant, hydroelectric power plants, and the nuclear power plants are examples of baseload. Now next we understand the other two words, that is a central power station. The power plant are large capacity plant and generate electric power for general sale to all the consumers. Central power plant means the power plant are installed for supplying the power to all the consumers. All the consumer means they are supply power to the industries, they supply the power to the residentials, they are supplying the power for the commercial use. Okay, it is called as the central power station. Means at our home electricity are coming, okay, they are coming from the central power station. Consumer may be form of public, business or industries. The capital costs of this power plant are very high, but operating costs are low because its size are very large. Okay, that's why its initial cost is high, but operating costs are low. These plants are set up by the state electricity board, central and state government, public sector organization like the NTPC. NTPC means National Thermal Power Corporations, National Hydroelectric Power Corporation NHPC, and public or private sectors combined it. Now what is a captive power plants? These types of the power plant are run by manufacturing for its own use, and its output is not available for general sales. Okay, means suppose I have one industries, okay, and I am not purchasing the power from my local state government or a state electricity boards, but I install my own power plant, okay, and my power plant is producing some electricity, and this electricity is used by only my industries. Then it is called as the captive power plants. Captive power plant set by the cooperative society of the company for their own use. Okay, so these words are important. Own use. We are producing our powers, then we are called as the captive power plants. So own use or for supply of powers to the neighborhood industries. Okay, so they are also supplied to power to neighborhood industries. Okay, not but in a large quantity, but in a smaller quantities. In the Gujarat, IOC, ONGC, Reliance Industries have their captive power plants. Okay, so that's a lots of companies, they have their own power plants. Okay, and they are using electricity for their power plant. They are not purchasing the electricity from the state electricity board. Means what are the basic difference for the central and the captive? In a centrals, the electricity produced is sold to all consumers. Consumers means public, business, industries, or for the commercial purpose. What is the meaning of captive? Power produced by the power plant is used by only own use. Okay, means some Reliance Industries is installed one power plants, and this electricity is produced only the Reliance company. Okay, then it is called as the captive power plant. So thank you for watching this video. If you learned something, then like the video, subscribe my channels, and don't forget to share with your friends.